What's up everybody, my name is Cap and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another 7 Days to Die tutorial. Today I'm playing in Alpha 15, which is an experimental build right now, so do keep that in mind just in case you're watching a little bit down the road or after they release it to the public, just maybe there might be a couple things slightly different about it. So what I want to show you in this video is something that was added as of Alpha 15 on the PC version. Now for the console versions, I do not know when this is going to be updated. It's an entirely different developer and I don't have the patch release notes as to when it's coming. But anyway, this is the drawbridge, and in the game you can make two of them. You can make the single drawbridge or the double drawbridge, as you can see right here. Now, like me, I'm sure a lot of people are seeing the drawbridge and thinking, oh sweet, I'm going to build a moat around my house, I'm going to fill it with a whole bunch of spikes and dangerous things, and put a drawbridge over it to help keep the zombies out of my house. And that's an excellent idea. And I want to show you something that would work even better than doing that, but first let me show you how to make these. For starters, in order to be able to make a drawbridge, you have to have a workbench. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on how to get a workbench, but just know that it takes a little bit of work too. For starters, you have to have the skill unlocked to be able to do it, which means you have to get your construction level to 20, and you have to get your player level up a little ways too, plus gather all the supplies to make the workbench. But like I said, I'm not going to go into that as an entirely different video on workbenches because it's pretty in-depth, but you do have to have the workbench in order to make the drawbridge. So once you have the workbench unlocked, you can go into the workbench and then you can just do a search for drawbridge and you'll see the regular old drawbridge and then the double drawbridge. Now, in order to be able to make this, as I said before, you're going to need a ton of supplies. I mean, for starters, you need 2,000 pieces of wood, so you better get to chopping because it's going to take a while. This project is not something you're going to be able to do at the very start of the game. It's going to take a while. You're also going to need 100 pieces of forged iron, so it means you're going to have a forge to get going. Springs, you have to have 20 of those. Those you can find if you happen to use your wrench and take apart a car, take apart a mattress if you find, or a bed in a house somewhere. You have a chance of getting some springs there, or just randomly, luckily finding them. And I think you might even be able to buy them at the new trader that's there. The mechanical parts are the same way. You can find those at random, you can buy them from the traders, or if you happen to find one of the new skateboarding zombies, you can take them out and sometimes you'll find some mechanical parts from them. And see, if you look right up here, you'll see that it takes almost 35 minutes to craft one of these things. So it's not something that you're just going to get done in a short amount of time, unfortunately. But at least with this being in the workbenches, you can start the crafting, wander off and come back a half hour later and see if it's actually done. It doesn't affect the crafting inside your own inventory. So that's at least good. Now, once you've had a chance to collect a plethora of these things, then I want to show you something that you can do that's really, really cool with them. If you head outside with me here, you'll see what I did was I lined them up around my porch here. Now, you might be saying, why would you possibly do that? You don't need it there. Because check this out. If you go through and you line them all up and then you close all of them, it encapsulates the entire house. It makes kind of like a fold-up barrier for your house, a really good defense. And something else that's awesome about it is each one of these drawbridges has a durability of 10,000. That's more than any other of the blocks that I could possibly make for any amount of time without having to go double and triple thick walls. So think about it. It may take a long time to make these things, but how cool is that? You get close to dark, you walk over and flip the switch, all your drawbridges lift up, and you just created a barricade around your house that's going to be very hard for zombies to get in and out of. Now, I know in this one there's a little bit of gaps and stuff between them because, you know, I suck at lining things up sometimes, but I'm sure some of you people out there are way better at that than I am. So anyway, this is something I thought was really cool. Of course, this is coming along with Alpha 15 and a whole lot of other things with it. Of course, I'll have a whole lot more tutorials and stuff with it. So that's all I have for this one. Hope you found it entertaining. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button down at the bottom because you know I appreciate it. You can leave me a comment too if you want to. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the future videos. Thank you guys for your time. You have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.